class. Sorry about that. Today's date is Thursday, January 7th, 2021. This is Social Sciences. I'm your instructor, Mr. Townsend. So our first thing on today was going over our checkpoints. We should have one checkpoint that had to do with celebrities and how they gave back. That was our first checkpoint. Our second checkpoint was to create an endorsement or to argue about the positive and negatives of celebrity philanthropy. Our third checkpoint will be the 1968 Olympics. I'll show you what that looks like right now. It just needs to be posted on Summit. So give me a second. So this will be your checkpoint number 3 here. This is going to go up on Summit. And this is about the 1968 Olympics. Okay. So do you guys remember doing the lesson on the 68 Olympics? With the with John Carlos and Tommy Smith when they put their fists up in solidarity for those who were suffering. Do you remember that before the break, Jair, Shirley Ann? Do you remember going over the 1968 games? Does anyone need that PowerPoint? I can send it to you via email. Emmanuel, do you need the PowerPoint for the second checkpoint?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think I did. I think I did the second one.
Okay.
I'm on the one. I'm on the one where it say create an endorsement.
Oh, create an endorsement.
That's basically my checkpoint 3. It's like it says checkpoint 3. It's like in the 3 box, but it say checkpoint 2. That's what I was trying to understand.
Yeah, because I had the problem is that Summit gives us preset curriculum, and then we have to change it. So sometimes you'll see that checkpoint. That checkpoint's created by Summit. That's not the checkpoint created by me. So like what you see on the screen now is a third checkpoint.
All right.
So I had to create that for myself, for you guys.
Yeah, I need that. Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay, so let me send you the let's look at the PowerPoint from that class, and that way I can see if you guys need, whoever else needs it, I can send it to you. Give me a second. I want to say it's 12/8.
Should it checkpoint 3 or 2?
This is for checkpoint number 2 and 3.
I know it says 3, but they all see 3.
Okay, yeah. This one will have. Let me. This one has checkpoint 2 and 3 in one slide because it was a double lesson. So let me show you the PowerPoint. Okay. So the checkpoint number 2 is right here. This was either you had 2 options. You could create an endorsement using a favorite celebrity for a social cause. I did an example for you. So this is an example of a celebrity endorsement. It's as simple as identifying the celebrity and what social cause. So I'm a big fan of Bob Marley. So I found a photo of Bob Marley with a good message: one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. And my promotion will be Bob Marley for world peace, and I give reasoning. The reason for creating this endorsement is that Bob Marley always promoted peace, love, and unity between all people. So you're going to, for checkpoint number 2, you're going to pick a celebrity. There should be inside this PowerPoint a list of people who have earners, endorsements, or you can pick your own, whoever celebrity is one of your favorite celebrities. The point is you want to either create your own banner, billboard, or advertisement. So it's your favorite entertainer for a cause. So I don't know who your favorite entertainer is, but you could use that as we're trying to make an advertisement using a favorite celebrity to promote a social cause. That's checkpoint number 2. The opposite of you have 2 options in checkpoint number 2. You can either do the endorsement, or you can explain why philanthropy can be negative. If you look at slide 7, this gives you a lot of the reasons why philanthropy can be negative as far as it comes to people who are of color. In the same exact, this is another lesson in the same slide. And this covered the 1960 Civil Rights Movement, the 1968 Olympic Games, and the protest. At the end of this slide is checkpoint 3 right here. And the answers that you'll need about Peter Norman are all in the slide here. Okay. So there's videos, there's links. So you should be able to answer checkpoint number 3 with this PowerPoint. So who wants this PowerPoint? It's for checkpoint 2 and 3. Do you want me to send that to you, Emmanuel?
I do.
Okay, so let me see. Shirley Ann, did you get done checkpoint 1 and 2 already? Shirley Ann, you there?
I need it, yo.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you, to both you guys. I was just seeing if Shirley Ann needed it. Shirley Ann, you with us? I don't know if you're saying anything in chat or not. I can't see chat right now. Do you want this PowerPoint? I'll just send it to you. That way you have it. And Shirley Ann. Actually, you know what? Let me send it out as a mass email. All right. So go to your Yes Philly email accounts real quick. Now I'm about to send you guys the actually, I'm just gonna send it to the whole class. It'd be easier that way. Come on. Okay, Emmanuel. Jair. Jair, what is your Yes Philly email? Is it Jay Beckham? Can you send that through the chat for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Salam?
Yes, G. What?
No, I was asking for your Yes
Good morning.
Philly. Good morning, Salam. How you doing?
Is J Beckham at yesphilly.org.
Okay. It's just not saved in my okay, I got it. And then Salam, I'm gonna send it to you also. And they just came in. Mercer. Okay. So this is the PowerPoint that's going to help you finish checkpoints. So I'm going to send some instructions. Use this PowerPoint to answer checkpoints 2 and 3. So I'm going to attach it now. Social sciences 12:8. Okay, so real quick, check your Yes Philly emails. And you should have received a copy of the PowerPoint that consists of checkpoint 2 and checkpoint 3. So just when you get it, just put a thumbs up in your box there. Let me know that you received it. You don't have it yet, Shirley? Okay. Let me see. I thought I sent it to you. It says Emmanuel. I'm going to share the screen and show you what I sent.
I don't got it neither.
Okay, maybe it's just taking a second. Hold on. All right. So according to what I sent out, it says right here, I sent it to Emmanuel, Shirley, Jair, and Salam. And it should be this should be the PowerPoint right here. I said it was sent at 11:50, so it might take a minute or so. Let me reboot my page. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Check your emails one more time for me. I just want to make sure you have that before we get to today's lesson. I can also load it right on the Summit too if you want me to do it that way. You still didn't get them? Okay, well, they were sent to you, so I would give it a few minutes. We'll check again in a few minutes to see if it's there, okay? If not, I'm just going to have to put it right on Summit as a tool. Let me see if I can do that real quick. All right, I'm trying to add this as a resource on Summit. Oh, it's already on here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's okay, guys. It is on Summit. Let me show you on Summit where it's at. I thought I had put it up, but if you go to Summit, you should see this SS 12.8 PowerPoint. That should already be up there for you. Yeah, because it's already been saved. That was uploaded before you went to break. So right here where it says PowerPoint number 2, that's a resource that you guys should have already. I can't see what you guys have, but you should have that resource.
I just got your email.
Okay, good. And also, Jair, it is on Summit. So the actual PowerPoint was already, I thought I had put it
Yeah.
on there, but it's on Summit also. Okay, so let's get into today's lesson. That third checkpoint, we'll go back to that. And I'll give you some more clarity. I'll put keep your eye on Summit for announcements from me. Hold on a second. I need to get rid of this page. Okay. So have any of us? I got people weed whacking behind me and decided to do tree cutting and everything today. So it's like kind of noisy in my background. Can we all see this slide here? Salam, can you see my screen, which says good morning?
Yes, and then it say agenda and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So something, give me 1 second. I gotta turn off one of these. I gotta stop one of these sounds in here. I'm gonna lose my mind. Give me one moment. All right, apologize for that. So today we're going to take a time we're going to be off topic a little bit today because with this being social sciences and basically my mandate as a history teacher, it would be aloof of me not to discuss what happened yesterday in this country. So I wanted to go over has anybody been watching the news for the last 24 hours? Anybody know what happened in the Capitol yesterday? What happened in our nation's capital yesterday? Was anybody paying attention? No.
And people
They
came.
swarmed. They swarmed the They swarmed the What do you call it? Whatever that place called.
Something happened at our Capitol.
Yeah, I think the police helped or something like that.
Okay. Yes.
The Capitol, yeah.
Yeah. So we
They
have.
swarmed the Capitol.
Yes. Thank you, Jair.
So,
So yesterday.
Trump supporters.
Yes, Trump supporters. Okay. I wanted to talk about civil insurrection and the peaceful transfer of power in the United States. This relates to a current event that took place yesterday. So before I go into the actual lesson part of it, I want you to see what happened for those who did not see what happened. Let's look at what happened first yesterday. I think this may be it right here. So yesterday was supposed to be the official confirmation of the new president, Joe Biden. And during that time, yesterday, we had a group of Trump supporters descend upon the Capitol. They were there to supposedly argue and challenge the validity of the election, saying that Trump actually won the election and that the election itself is a fraud. So let me show you what happened first. Then I'll have some questions, and then we'll discuss why it's such a historical moment. Okay, so let me play this first. Can everyone see this screen where it says Orlando Sentinel? Wait, is this the right one? No, that's not the right one. I apologize. Hold on a second. Where is the correct one? Hold on. For some reason, my article is not coming up right. I know it's one of these here. Maybe this will be it right here. Okay, here it is. I got it. Oh, come on. All right, here we go.
Nobody knows what's going on.
All right, so this is footage from our Capitol building yesterday. For those that did not see what happened.
We will not let them silence your voices. We're not going to let it happen.
Good luck tonight. I share your conviction that President Trump should remain president. I share that conviction.
Yes. The law matters with
I
us.
share that conviction. But the law matters.
Oh, meanwhile, up on the steps of the backside of the Capitol, we're seeing protesters overcome the police. The police are now running back into the Capitol building. We have cheers from the protesters that are watching behind the scenes. This is incredible.
We're in. Let's go.
Let's go. Get on in there. Bring some balls.
We were just told that there has been tear gas in the rotunda, and we're being instructed to each of us get gas masks that are under our seats. And tactical vehicles are pulling up to the Capitol.
I want you all to know that I'm safe. This is such a sad day in America. We're sequestered in a room till we're safe. The protesters are still in the building. I just want to say, stay strong. And I don't know what to say about today, but this could never happen again.
This afternoon, I announced a citywide curfew for the District of Columbia beginning at 6 p.m. this evening, going until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The behavior that we are witnessing is shameful, unpatriotic, and above all, it is unlawful. Anyone who has engaged in these activities, continues to engage in these activities, will be held accountable. There will be law and order, and this behavior will not be tolerated.
But just remember this, you're stronger, you're smarter, you've got more going than anybody, and they try and demean everybody having to do with us, and you're the real people, you're the people that built this nation. You're not the people.
Okay, Jairi, welcome, other Jairi. All right, so what we just saw was an act of civil insurrection. This is a coup. This is an attempt to take over power of our own country. So I have some questions for you guys about that. I want to get some feedback. First question I have to ask is, what if these protesters, or these so-called protesters, because at this point they're no longer protesters, were people of color? If they were black or brown people, what do you think the response would have been?
What was the question again?
So the video that you just saw, all these people descending on a federal building, breaking windows, breaking into office, tear gassing police, fighting with police. If these protesters were black or brown people, what would have been the response?
They had like National Guard, somebody out there to shoot all of them.
Okay, so you think that
I don't know what they got. It should be National Guard too.
Okay, so you
But
believe?
they definitely get shot at.
Well, I believe it or not, they did shoot someone. They shot a woman in the head and she died.
That lady, yeah.
Yeah. So from
I thought that lady got shot like near the neck.
so what I saw the last count I saw was that 4 people have died from this action. So what happened is what we saw: a group of political supporters for the 45th president of the United States decided that they were there for actually a meeting to basically say that Trump won the election. At that so-called rally, he basically encouraged them to attack the Capitol building. And it is what we call a coup. A coup is a attempt at a violent transfer of power. I think that we have now seen the ugliness that has permeated from this political movement for the last 4 years. We can do whatever we want to do, and no one's going to stop us from doing this. Right now, I'm actually watching MSNBC and Fox News while I'm teaching. I have it over to the side of the room, and they are calling for the 25th Amendment. Does anyone know what the 25th Amendment is? Can someone look up what the 25th Amendment is for me?
Ain't it like taking power away from Trump or something like that?
Yes, excellent, Jerry. It's not just Trump. It's any it's any president that is not fit for office. So I'm going to show you what the Constitution says about the 25th Amendment. Give me a second here.
But do they really have enough time to like force it with only it being so many days before Biden gets in?
It can happen today. I don't know how close you follow politics, but the Democrats won the Senate back. So as of now, we have a Democratic House majority, we have a Democratic Senate majority, and a Democratic president. They can impeach him within the next week because he's getting dangerous. It's getting beyond dangerous. So the 25th Amendment was proposed after the death of John F. Kennedy. And it calls, there's sections. Removal of president for his death or resignation. There's a vacancy. But I think the part that the section that they are invoking is the part where the president is unable to discharge the powers and the duties of his office. Basically, that he's not able, that they don't believe that he's able to do the job. At this point, I would say that we are at the point of treason. We are trying to overturn the laws of the country. So if we go back before, I was going to start the lesson with this, but I figured I'd let you see what happened. So when the Constitution was written, it was in the shadow of a monarchy or king or queen. And the founders did not want another monarch or King George to have control, one person having control. The Constitution was needed because of the Articles of Confederation, which was a precursor to the United States Constitution. So James Madison, who is considered the father of the Constitution, wrote some articles called the Federalist Papers. Not just him, but there were several people who wrote the Federalist Papers. And inside the Federalist Papers, they warned about factions. The founders today could not envision this Democratic Republican Party system. And they warned us vigorously about factions, and that factions in a democracy, a direct democracy, would cause it to fall. One of the quotes is, as short in their lives as have they been in violence in their deaths is democracy. Because democracy, especially in our country with our Constitution, it's a smorgasbord of ideologies. You have different religious ideologies, you have different political ideologies, you have different racial ideologies, you have different financial ideologies, the way that people think about life, the way that people think about this country. And for the last 4 years, I don't know if anybody was in my class last semester, if you remember the Know Nothing parties, the one that claimed to be Native Americans and that everyone else was not really a true American in the sense of the word. So they warned us, we don't have time to go over Federalist 10 right now, but they warned us about these factions. And factions were the biggest danger of a democracy. Why? Because even though the voting process is civilized, people line up, they get in line, they pull the lever and so forth. We as people were opinionated, we're selfish, we're biased, and we're unreasonable. That's just human nature. Not all of us, but most of us are opinionated. Most of us are selfish, we're biased, and we can be unreasonable with people who have different group thoughts or ideologies from ourselves, such as the rich versus poor, black versus white, immigrants versus non-immigrants. You have all these factions in our society. So yesterday was we've reached a boiling point in this country where the rhetoric of one individual who happens to be president, he's not a monarch, he's a president, he's going to be removed, whether and according to your question, Jairi, whether they impeach him in 13 days, Biden becomes president regardless. So regardless of whether they impeach him or not, but as you can see, the violence. I mean, they're macing cops. And what has been the narrative for the last 2 years about Black Lives Matter? What have people have said? What have they called Black Lives Matter in the media or in the newspaper? What type of things have you heard anytime you hear anything about Black Lives Matters rioting or Black people rioting? What do you hear? What type of adjectives are described to people like that? What do they call them? Do they call them patriots? When we had the rioting here in Philly a few months ago, the looting, what was the news? How did the news describe those people who were looting? Salam, you with me? Jairi or Jahir, are you guys here? Trying to present a question to you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so when there's rioting or looting going on in inner cities or for protests when a Black man is shot, how does the media and other groups portray, what type of words do they use to describe looters and protesters? Have you ever heard the word thug?
They said that we are rioting and looters.
Yes, when people are rioting or looting, they tend to be called names like thugs. Sometimes you'll see even animals. You'll hear all these negative descriptors of people who are rioting. So what is the difference between someone rioting and burning down their neighborhood and a group of political supporters literally storming the Capitol building? Why aren't they being called thugs? Why aren't they called animals and all kinds of names?
Because of skin color.
Yep. It's that simple. It's that simple. It comes down to certain groups.
You saying?
Go ahead, Jairi. Jairi, did you want to say something?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay. The point I was trying to make is that there's a double standard. So when you see stuff like this, breaking of public windows, basically, I saw a article today that if it was Black people, the article would have been like 28,000 people shot dead. It is this double standard that it comes down to culture, skin color, and privilege. And the reason that they're not being called thugs and criminals is because they don't fit the agenda. And the agenda is that it is left-wing people who, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, they're the ones that are criminals. They're the ones that are, they are wrong. And this protest in DC crossed the line of right or wrong. It is simply, it's treason. It's treason. And the president of the United States should be removed. Calling for the 25th Amendment. Our founders knew that these factions would be a problem, and that's why they warned us against them. I'm running out of time here, so we will continue next class, and we'll go back to the checkpoints. I just wanted to make sure that you understand that right now we are living in a very serious moment in American history. And that our very principles of democracy and free and fair elections are being violated by certain groups of people. So stay on your toes. If you can, keep up with the news a little bit. I know sometimes the news can be a little bit depressing. It's kind of an old person thing. But right now, be aware of what's going on in the country. And we will get back to celebrity responsibilities and finishing up. I just felt that today, being a current event of what happened, it was just important to cover in social sciences. Okay, so if anyone needs my help after 1 p.m., if you have any questions about Summit or checkpoints, or if you need documentation, just let me know. All right, so let me just do a quick on out the door attendance double check here. I have Jair, Jairi, Salam, Shirley Ann, and Emmanuel. Okay. All right, so is there any questions before I go? Before we go for today? Sorry, I couldn't get that a little bit more comprehensive than I would like, but we just ran out of time. So do I have any questions? All right, let's see. I have something in chat. Okay. All right, folks, thank you. If you need to talk to me one-to-one about any of your schoolwork, you can come to my lab at 1 o'clock. It's the same link. Okay? All right, thank you, guys. Have a good afternoon.